Hiya, I'm Tony, this is Slack, welcome to SmogVlog, where we're going to be chatting crap about vaping.
Yeah, so it's been an exciting week this week in the world of vaping, well certainly in the UK anyway. So Public Health England have done an independent report and decided that e-cigarettes and vaping is 95% better for you than smoking cigarettes, which is pretty cool. So, you know, what are your thoughts on that initial knee-jerk reaction on this?
I don't know, this is can be turning into a bit of a double-edged sword as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, they're saying it's 95% safer, and it's always a worry when these sort of like big organisations all of a sudden get on board after, you know, it's been 6-7 years of vaping, and now all of a sudden, oh no, we're all good with it. You just have to wonder what's happening down the line. What are they getting their sights set on?
Yeah, like our tighter controls coming in, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be certainly interesting one to watch. That's good news because
It's good if it's good.
If this report had come out and said vaping is really bad for you and it should be totally discouraged, then you know we'd be screwed. However, it's not. So yeah, it's certainly a step in the right direction. Where it goes, that's going to be interesting. Time's going to tell on that. There's already talk about the NHS getting on board with this. Now, the NHS had real bitterness about vaping because people were wanting to give up smoking, and rather than go to their GP and use the prescribed method, going on the nicotine chewing gum that tastes like arse, or the nicotine patches that do fuck all because you're not really doing anything. You know, these nicotine replacement things. You know, sure you get your nicotine. But vaping is much more like smoking. You know, you get the experience of like, you know, smoking kind of, but only without the smoke. So it's sort of win-win. They didn't like that because you know they all know it's bad, and so they they were seeing the numbers of people going to the GP and getting these prescriptions dropping, but more people were quitting smoking. And they're like, hang on. So now they're getting in on the mix. Again, this could go either way with being good or bad. You know, if you were like a real happy-go-lucky person, you think this is great news. You know, vaping's good. This is brilliant. However, if you're already a vapor and you enjoy something more than the standard cigger likes, is this something that's going to be? They're going to regulate it just to cigger likes, and that is what you have. You're not allowed anything else. We've deemed this safe. End of story. Or you know, we don't know yet. We don't know. I mean, I doubt they know yet, but it is good. It's good.
Yeah,
but you know,
it's potentially good.
Yeah, I mean, the government has spent a couple of years making it really awkward for everyone around the e-cigarette sort of thing, and it's nice to see that that's looking to relax in the first instance. Again, we'll see where it goes.
It's great news, but I'm an untrusting bastard, so whenever great news comes along, you always have to be sort of looking around the corner, seeing what the fuck else are they trying to sort of like weasel in.
Yeah, one of the other things about this as well that's come out in this report from Public Health England that I really do like is one of the things that the government was saying was that vaping was a gateway to smoking, which is fucking stupid.
Crap.
Like, who would? Oh, I'll just take up vaping. And so this isn't hard enough. I'm going to switch to heroin. I mean, cigarettes. You know, like, at what point do you just think that is how it would go? Now, they've actually taken a sensible view and said, actually, this is helping people give up smoking. So, yeah, it's good. Like, you know. That's brilliant. That is good. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Flip side to that as well is about children smoking or children vaping. Now, there's been a lot of, I don't know, press in the last few months, not so much this month, but about children getting into vaping. They're like, oh, numbers of children trying vaping is going up. More children are trying vaping. Children would be happier to try vaping than they would smoking. Well, yeah. I mean, this isn't that vaping's great and advertising for children, and you know, but children will try smoking. I started smoking as a child. You know, it was the thrill of the chase sort of thing. You know, something to do. It was a bit naughty. We knew it wasn't good for our health. Even back then, I think maybe I got into smoking as smoking kills were being put on the packets. You knew it, you know. It wasn't like this mystery that smoking was good for you, like where my gran used to smoke. You know, back in the day, doctors used to prescribe cigarettes because they said it was good because gave your lungs a good workout. You know, so you know this is not like that. We knew smoking was bad. Now, there was a recent report I saw on MSN of all places. You know, logged out of Hotmail, and there you go. It was saying that children in Britain are, I think, the most unhappy in the whole world. Now, certainly in the top 5, I can't remember exactly, but you got to look at it. If you have unhappy children, they're going to do one of a few things. They're either going to, you know, make a miraculous turnaround in their life. They're children. They're not really going to do that yet. They got to wait until they get towards adulthood to be able to sort of pull through that shit. So they're going to either turn to smoking, drinking in the park, crime, you know, just... If the children are unhappy and they turn to smoking, that is bad. If they turn to vaping, that is also bad. But being realistic, not as bad as smoking.
Yeah. Because
it's 95% healthier for you. And we would never encourage children to smoke. You know, I wish that as a child I'd not got into smoking. You know, I wish I could have been the cool kid who just said no and probably looked like a dick at the time, but then got through it. And then looking back now, that would have been the cool kid, you know?
Yeah.
At the time, with peer pressure, all your mates smoking, and it's something fun to do, it's quite easy to fall into that trap. And I think, while we haven't seen the long-term health, you know, analysis on vaping, we have with smoking. So getting kids into smoke, you know, if kids get into smoking at a young age, we know that's going to be bad, and it will have, like, you know, there's a certain point where giving in smoking, you're not going to recover from that. So if vaping doesn't do us much harm and kids get into it for a bit and give up, then maybe, just maybe, that's a bit better than them getting into smoking. Again, still not as good as not, but you know, in an unhappy country where kids are going to be up to some sort of mischief, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world.
Playing devil's advocate though, it comes down to the government not being willing to back it 100% because the whole vaping industry hasn't been tested as thoroughly as cigarettes have been tested. So they can't say categorically, yes, we back it 100% because they just don't know. And if it gets further down the line where, I hope it doesn't, but if it gets further down the line where something comes up in vaping and it is proven, and then the government, you know, have backed it, they'll just come under immense scrutiny and pressure.
Yeah, so it's true, but I mean, tests are being done at the moment as we speak. I don't doubt that. Yeah. You know,
no, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that's probably a very good reason because it's for governments, for large institutions. It's always about public perception.
Yeah, and covering your arse.
Exactly.
There's got to be a lot of arse covering.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, tests are being done. We know that. One thing I'm a bit sceptical about is 95% better. That's a nice round number, but 97.3% of statistics are made up on the spot. So someone just plucked that number out of their arse. Like they forgot to write the fucking report, and it's like Sunday night, you know. Yeah. It is fucking 1:45. They're like, shit, I've got to hand this in tomorrow morning. 95%, that'll do. That's a good number.
Yeah, it's not quite 97. But it's not 93, so 95. I'm sticking with it. It sounds, it rolls off the tongue.
In the ballpark, yeah. People, it will look good on a newspaper cover. It's fine. Let's fly with it. No one wants to see 94.61 based on these statistics. Yeah, nice round number. So I'm going to be doing a bit more research into that actually, and also while we're talking about health. Doing a bit of research into vaping at higher temperatures / lower resistance, you know, it raises the temperature, because you know there's health questions raised about when you superheat your e-juice, you know. So I want to fully understand that, what is it that is causing this health? Is it the VG, PG? Is it the flavouring? And we know we've got some dodgy stuff with flavouring. A couple of dodgy ingredients get put in. Well, it's one active chemical, diacetyl, maybe, something like that, which is used in the sort of creamy, milky, butterscotchy flavour. So yeah, we're building an article at the moment on temperature control and the benefits of using temperature control, the health implications around that, and yeah, so we're spending a lot of time looking at the health at the moment, which is sort of quite good timing for this report to come out. However, I want to find more details. I want to get into the nitty gritty of it. So yeah, that's coming.
Also, we're waiting for another device to turn up.
Are we?
We are.
What? Oh yeah, you're 40 watt.
We're waiting for the E-Leaf 40 watt temperature control. We've got the Smog M80 at the minute, which
It's pretty awesome.
it's okay. It's okay.
Teeny.
We've got different opinions about it. I think it's because I've used it more than Slack, but I'll give it to him for yeah. He'll use the device for a while to find out how he gets on with it on a daily basis.
Yeah, see, and on the flip side, yeah, Tony's going all temperature control crazy at the moment, which I'm sort of following with quite a bit of interest, you know, helping him test it out. I've ordered Godzilla, so yeah, a 3-coil beast dripper, so yeah, going the other way. But I'm not planning on building too low on it, but you know, it's not exactly temperature control.
Well, all you need is some
Nickel.
nickel.
I ain't fucking wrapping nickel.
I don't fucking wrapping nickel either. It looks like a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, not my bag. Not my bag. I still build with screwdrivers at the moment while I'm waiting for my own coil master to arrive. So wrapping nickel with, yeah, garden screwdrivers, not for me. Yeah, so another thing that's happened this week, there's been a story published in maybe the Times or somewhere important like that, you know, about that bosses at work should be encouraging their workers to vape at their desks, right? To give, now I know there's probably a bit of a mixed view there. I'm kind of mixed in it myself, but the point they're trying to make, these campaigners, is that if you make it easier and nicer to vape, more people will want to switch to vaping. Like, particularly with winter coming up. If you are a smoker, today is really shit weather, you know, it's summer. On Saturday it was gorgeous, we're in the 30s, I was out in shorts and t-shirt, you know, it was awesome. And on Sunday went out in shorts and t-shirt, looked like a prick because it was cold and raining, and today it's just been cold and raining all day. Now, with winter on its way, you know, this is going to be looking more like a nice option. If you're a smoker and you've got to go stand outside in the pissing cold and rain, that's miserable. Whereas if you can smoke either at your desk or in an indoor vaping room, that's got to be a nice alternative. You know,
vape.
Vape.
Vape at your desk.
Well, yeah, if you vape at your desk.
Not smoke.
Not smoke, that would be silly.
That would be silly.
Yeah. But yeah, if it's cold and wet outside and you have to go outside to smoke, or you can sit at your desk and vape, much better options. So many more people would switch. Now, that's got to be a good thing.
Yeah.
So, just down the road from us, there's British Gas and Centrica. They have a separate smoking bus shelter and a vaping bus shelter because all the vapors were getting pissed off breathing in the smoke from the smokers. Now that's a really cool move. I'm fully behind that. I'm not entirely sure where I'm standing with vaping officially, you know, encouraging vaping at your desk. I quite like going out for a vape. It's summer.
How will you feel about that when December rolls around?
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
It's like 2 degrees outside or -5.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I don't know. Like, maybe a separate vaping room. The other thing about vaping at your desk, I know it's catch-22 because for an employer, if you're not going out for a smoke vape break, you know, they're going to get more work out of you. But for me, that's like my sort of 5 minutes away from my computer screen. That's getting to sort of have a chat with some of the guys at work, you know, where you're just away from your desk. I quite like that break, you know. I'm not sure where I stand. I mean, it'll be interesting to see where that one goes. I know some companies are pro vaping inside, some pubs are pro vaping inside, some are anti it. You know, some establishments are just like very hard no straight away, which yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And considering only a couple of months ago, all the talk was about vaping being banned in public, vaping being banned here, there and everywhere. Is vaping going to be banned completely? Now there's open discussions, you know, in big media outlets about vaping at your desk at work with other people about who don't necessarily smoke or vape. So,
that's a really, really weird one, because as an employer, they have a duty of care to their employees to protect all their employees, be they vapers or non-vapers. So with the current state of vaping at the minute, whereby it's still in essence an unknown quantity, there's not been proven one way or the other. I mean, we could get to down the line and they say, well, actually no, these things will kill you quicker than cigarettes. I hope not. I fucking hope not. But as a company with a duty of care to its employees that don't smoke or vape, they can't be seen to expose their employees to that.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I protect my pets from vape. I don't vape close to children, you know, or in front of them. I don't want them sort of seeing that too much. If they're about outside and not really paying attention, fine. But you know, if I've got a kid standing right next to me, I don't. You know,
that's just common sense sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but
sort of courtesy.
This is how our brain's just working, and this thing that we're talking about, bosses encouraging employees to sort of vape at their desks, it's improving productivity for their company. Yeah, because you know you're not getting that 5 minutes away from your desk or 10 minutes away from your desk.
Particularly once everyone's on Tesla high voltage, you know, it's or high voltage Tesla even. Yeah, you know, nicotine and caffeine all in one hit and go. Awesome. But yeah, I'm not sure where I stand on this. It's all really exciting news, and I mean, it's all in a good direction at the moment. But
potentially,
there's still plenty of room for deterioration.
It could all go horribly, horribly wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people say I'm a bit of a pessimist, but I just think I'm a realist, and the world is pretty shit.
Yeah,
so,
but you've got to be in the world that we live in.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So many times that it's happened where it looks like something good's going to happen, and then they've set up a few other things further down the road, and it turns to complete shit for us.
Yeah, I mean, having been on the good stuff, I don't want to go back to cigalikes. You know, they're all right, and they're certainly good. They're a nice device for helping you get off the normal cigarettes, you know. But I don't want to go back there. This is too much fun. Yeah, unless there's a compelling reason to, which as yet there's not. You know, but let's see what the future holds. So while we're talking about this sort of big vaping world news, there is some other world news going on. Today is Monday, the 24th of August, and as a result of some bad shit going down in China, the whole world's economics is sort of collapsing on its arse. This is all based around China doing bad. Now, while that means that's bad sort of for everything, pretty much all the vaping stuff is made in China. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in terms of like vaping industry. So it could go one of a few ways. We could end up with like really cheap stuff for a while as the price in China's pushed down even more. I mean, these guys operate on a shoestring though. It's really, really low profit out of China compared to what we pay in England, certainly. We pay a huge markup in England, you know, compared to what is sold out of China. And if they're forced to reduce their money, yeah, it may come down over here. But is it going to push people out of business? You know, the vaping industry is growing. You know. So the UK has now become the second largest market globally for e-cigarette stuff, you know, your vaping devices. Now, we are second to America, which is understandable. America's huge, you know, it's got a lot of cool following, you know, you've got a lot of cool guys out there into it, it's got a decent scene. So we're now second, you know, and you see a huge amount of stuff going on. The government's now got behind it as well. That's really going to help. But third, who do you think third is in this massive global market?
China?
You'd think China, wouldn't you? That's a logical thing. It's all made in China. A lot of people smoke in China. No. Italy. Italy's literally. You know, that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, it's good that we've overtaken Italy. You know, it's great. You know, let's get number one. That'd be awesome. Let's overtake America. Let's get the price on vaping stuff down, and let's overtake America. That'd be awesome. But Italy was a bit of a surprise when I found out that they were actually number 2 for a long time. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. Our company's going to just be fine because they've got a highly marketable product, you know, in a sort of growing industry? Or is this economic sort of downturn just going to put people out of business, which will reduce competition, which will reduce competitive pricing, and all of that bullshit? Now, I mean, this China situation has been on the cards for a good couple of years. I have one of my friends, Steve, in Australia. Hey Steve, he's been going on about it for a couple of years, how it's going to happen. It's going to have this sort of global economic downturn as a result of China fucking up. Yeah, it's been coming. It has been coming. The signs are there. What it's actually going to mean for vaping stuff, you know, produce, we don't know. If we knew, we probably wouldn't be here doing a vaping channel. We'd be on our yacht watching someone else's vaping channel. But yeah, certainly one to watch. The same with the health thing, it's one to watch. Today it doesn't mean a lot, but let's see where it goes. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, you had any fun vaping stories this week, Tone?
Just the one for you this week. Out at a local shopping centre, I was by sort of like an automatic door. I was outside, and unbeknownst to me, someone was actually coming out, and I was chucking out huge clouds with this tasty little bastard, and there wasn't a lot of wind movement in the area. So the whole of this outside by this automatic door was getting pretty vaped up. It was fucking hotboxing it like a bastard, which is pretty impressive for outside. And yeah, this guy walks out, the automated door over and walked out, and I'm like, oh shit, sorry, I was trying to clear all of the vape out of the way. And he was sort of like grimacing, was like expecting the worst, and as he walked past and sort of like smells it, he turned round to me and said, actually that's really nice. I just looked at him and said, thanks. Okay. You? Any good ones?
Not really a fun one. I was driving home from Swindon, big up the Swindon Massive, and yeah, had to brake a little bit harsh, and the scene from Final Destination 2 with the water bottle, that was recreated with my iJust 2 as it slid from the centre console straight under the fucking pedals. And while trying to brake and retrieve an e-cigarette thing from chaos. I mean, Tony's got a good ghetto solution for that, which actually I thought of, but ghetto to the max. So yeah, what can I say? It's
safety first.
It's not perfect, but it's certainly a lot better than not being able to brake on a motorway at speed at night. Anyway, that's all from us. Thanks for watching SmogVlog. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us some comments below. Till next time, see ya. It's like Tony SmogVlog.
Done.
Yeah, so what about it? Because we're literally as wide as it will go to fit us both in. So I think it's very good.
Right.
Should we just see how it goes? Where do I spill my load?
Ready?
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm trying to think, when do I wave?
In the world of vaping.
Take 3.
It's a rabbit with a knife in its head.
Oh yeah. No.
This is why you don't start.
This is why I don't do most of fucking anything. I'll give it to Barnett.
Yeah. We're not very juicy. I think we're going to go grape and melon. Or not. Child-proof, idiot-proof. Fucking Christ, I eat juice. I don't have a problem. Just let me in the fucking e-juice.
Stop shaking so much. It's going everywhere but on the drip.
That's what she said.
It's going everywhere but on the tip.
What?
Winter is coming. You said,
Yeah.
you said it.
I did say it. Winter is coming. Winter is coming.
You need like a sheepskin round your shoulders. Don't.
Oh, but later. Gag reel. Very drunk.
Arseholes, check.
Yeah, got one of them.
I could fucking hyperventilate in a minute.
Have one of these.
Suck all the air out of this bastard.